Hello, Thrivers. How are you guys doing out there? Today we're here with Ari Weinstein, who is absolutely rock star. And we're sticking to our theme this month, which is annual planning. So Ari owns and operates two businesses under his own name, and Ari W Weinstein Solutions, or Ari W Solutions. He offers creative direction, consulting, and coaching to businesses that are considering expanding or are in change. Ari specializes in learning and analyzing what you do in your organization, so that you can reach your professional milestones and develop lasting solutions that get you there. Branding, graphic design, photography, and full merchandising services he offers are offered directly by him. He works closely with partners on website development, e-commerce presentations, SEO, marketing. He advises on matters of procurement, contracting, supplier, so all around. You need somebody who's all around, especially if you're doing e-commerce. He's your guy, right? He's been an independent graphic designer and small business owner for over 30 years. So he's going to bring a tremendous breadth of experience to us today. His artwork logos have been published in several books and are in use around the world. With over 24 years of corporate experience developing and leading award-winning operations teams for a global firm, Ari's skilled in defining business needs in detail and meeting the most demanding customer expectations. Now a professional coach, he devotes his time to the operations of his two businesses. So he has a bunch of degrees and really cool stuff that I could tell you about, but he's got an MBA and, he's Beta Gamma Sigma and all that cool stuff. But I want to hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say. So how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. I'm really excited to have you today so we can have this conversation. And I think the Thrivers are going to enjoy it too. It's going to be lots of fun. Yeah. Thanks for joining our group, by the way. That was really cool.
Oh, my pleasure. Absolutely.
And good. So I want to hear your story. I want to hear your story as an entrepreneur.
Sure.
How'd you get here?
Yeah, it's actually an interesting story. So, in a nutshell, Joe, I'm going to tell you a story about how I went from being a solo freelance graphic designer to the corporate world, where I had a great deal of success while continuing to do stuff on the side and having a side gig, and back to being a full-time business owner now with two businesses.
Awesome.
And they're related, and we can talk about that. But basically, I went to college and I was already getting paid for my calligraphy skills when I was a teenager. So I got more serious about my artwork and got an art degree in college. And I went to work in the publishing industry and eventually shifted from mainstream publishing industry to Wall Street for a company that you may have heard of called Moody's Investors Service that publishes a lot of research. And I was a graphic designer there for years, but I started working on more and more technical publications and solving problems with how to get out a large volume of information to people where it still looked good and it was easy for a portfolio manager, an asset manager, someone like that to read. So I gradually shifted my career from graphic design into IT.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? You do what's needed by your customers. So I continued to do graphic design on the side. And I'm just always scribbling and sketching anyway, so can't help that. But my main career was shifting to IT, and as I moved up the ranks, I became more interested in the rest of the businesses and was expected to know more about finance and operations in particular, not just technology. So while at work, I went to school. I got my MBA, the MBA you mentioned. And what happened after that, this is important because this is the genesis of my second business. I got recruited out of graduate school out of NYU to participate in an online network for career mentors. So we were paired, we were asked to help disadvantaged young people in high schools throughout the United States in an anonymous, safe environment, help guide them. help answer their questions. Hey, how do I get to be like you, Ari? How do I get to go work for a big company? How do I
Awesome.
become a successful graphic designer?
Awesome.
And I enjoyed that work so much that I continued to pursue that as a volunteer. So I've been doing that for years. So bear that in mind. Now, what happened is that eventually I left Wall Street and I thought, gee, what can I do? And I tried my hand at a technology startup because I had all this IT experience, and that wasn't working out. But as I told you, I never really stopped doing graphic design. And lo and behold, my graphic design business picked up again. I would just talk to people and say, well, I can do that, or I can do that logo, or I can help you with your branding. And I had been doing that at my company, but not independently full time. Well, one thing led to another, and I'm happy to say my design business is back on its feet and running full time.
Awesome.
And I'm actually, as we speak, I'm staring at one of my customers' gift certificates that she did for a holiday promotion that we prepared for her. So yeah, it's nonstop, and I'm enjoying that a lot. But remember that I said I became a volunteer career coach? Well,
Yeah.
I also never stopped volunteering. I've worked with high school students in the city through Big Brothers Big Sisters New York City. And I've worked with veterans of the armed forces like yourself through the USO. I've been a
Thank you.
volunteer and supporter of the USO since 1991, since Operation Desert Storm.
Cool. That's when I got in.
Yeah, there you go. So career coaching and helping people transition, make that change from, school to work, or from the military to the civilian workforce. That's something I really, really enjoy doing. So I decided to become trained professionally as a coach. I'm in the process of finishing up a coaching academy. I'll end up with a coaching certification, and I'm building up my professional coaching business. So I can be a professional coach helping both individuals and businesses, as you said, reach their next career milestone.
Awesome. We love that. And we love people that are mentors, because we think that mentoring is at our system's called mentor assisted power planning, right?
Exactly.
So we think that mentoring is at the source of it all.
Yes.
Good. Right. So now that we've heard about you and we know what your story is, answer me this from your particular lens, right? With both your businesses and as somebody who's been in business for 30 years and really has been successful, what should our thrivers out there be doing in terms of annual planning? What are the things that they should be looking at, working on, and concentrating on?
I'm going to give you two things that I do and that I'm actively working with people that I'm paying to do even better and seriously get it done. So
Awesome.
The one thing I'm doing for myself is goal planning. Plan your goal. What's your goal for the year? And don't stop there. Turn that annual goal into quarterly goals. Turn your quarterly goals into monthly goals. And don't just do it as an exercise. After you do it, print it out, write it on a whiteboard, keep it in front of you. I'm a big believer in Kanban boards for purposes like this. So you may be familiar with Jira and Trello. I actually use Trello because, again, IT geek. But Trello is free and easy to use.
Yes.
And it looks the same on your mobile device, on your computer. You can access it from anywhere. And you can set up a personal goal board. It's really easy. That's something I love mentoring people on how to do. If they're not sure, how do I plan my goal? What should that look like? What do I do? I have goals. Let me tell you about my quarterly goals just as an example, so we're not just talking about it in the abstract. My quarterly goals for both of my businesses have to do with my sales pipelines. I'm trying to develop a rinse and repeat process. Not trying. I'm working with professionals for each of my businesses, two separate groups, because they're very different customer segments. Graphic design customers are not the same as coaching customers, right? They're
Correct.
Markets. So I have two different firms working with me on developing a rinse and repeat process so that I can market to my segments. Okay? So that's the second thing. Remember I said there are two things that I'm doing? So the number one, I've already done. I've created my goals. And since my goals are sales, and sales are not particularly my personal strong suit, I've hired people. So I have a marketing expert here in the Hudson Valley to help me develop local business for graphic design. And I have a coaching business based out of the UK that's helping me market coaching services,
Awesome.
right, to companies and people who could benefit from career or business coaching.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So what you can hear out there, Thrivers, from what Ari's talking about, his goals are smart. They're specific, they're measurable, they're actionable, they're realistic, and they're time-bound. And when you're setting up your goals, you want to make sure that you set them up that way. And for those of you who are in the program, you already know 15-year, 10-year, 15-year, 5-year, 1 year, 90 days, week to week. You already know all the lists, everything that he was. I had that big smirk on my face when he was talking, because it's exactly how we plan our time in our system. So I really, it's really, you know, a reinforcement of the work for everybody that's out there that's participating and following our process. Good. So the last piece and the last question that I have for you is, how do they get a hold of you?
So, you know what? I'm actually pretty easy to find. Because I've been online as long as I have, I own a 4-letter domain. So you ready for it?
Nice.
ariw.com.
Beautiful.
ariw.com. And I'm known to many people as Ari W. People have been calling me Ari W since high school. So yeah, so ariw.com. Visit ariw.com. There's a contact page. And from there, you'll find a link to my LinkedIn. You'll find a link to my coaching business, which is at rew.coach. And just use rew.com. That's absolutely fine. That's the easiest way to find me.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, my friend. So I thank you and I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. And we look forward to seeing you at either our events or, you know, online, and we'll chat soon.
Absolutely. Good luck, Thrivers. Good luck with your planning, and everyone have a great year.
All right.